All to do with bloody Christmas. I can't even get in with this lot. I really can't at the minute. It's just chaos, hence you're up there because I ain't got the floor space to sand it. Never mind, we're off down to the kitchen now. So, yeah, it's just gone 3 and I'm still using this phone actually. I do like it actually, it's just getting the light in something like that's all it is. It's there we go. Colour reproduction on this phone is absolutely brilliant. You know, it's the Platinum Smart 7. Yeah, I'm just doing tea now. I'm just having chicken and veg. I didn't get any meat yesterday. So yeah, they had a baby shower yesterday, which was here. So I had to, although it wasn't till late on, and I took the grandson out for a walk. It was getting quite late on, like getting a bit dark and dusky. And we were thinking about sort of carrying on over the old railway lines out of the village there and coming around the Green Lane, but it was getting to where we wouldn't have been able to see our way around the Green Lane. There's no lighting down there, so. But so we came back, but it was still sort of like, you know, we still walked probably, you know, 1.5 to 2 miles, something like that. Well, he took his scooter, although he didn't use it most of the way. Most of the way he did actually walk, because once you get so far the tarmac gets too rough. Here we go. Got the granddaughter here as well. She's gone to the bathroom. Thought she was coming for a nosy, but I heard it buzzing. It was the notifications on this. I'm still getting to grips with some of it. I can't. I was trying to turn off the vibrate completely on it, which I don't know. It all seems a bit strange sometimes. I'm not sure, but yeah, there's just certain things that I'm still trying to get to grips with on it. But yeah, I've got to. I don't know. My head's a bit all over the place. Still got some review stuff that I've got to do. I mean, the people are starting to send me emails saying, like, you know, where's this review sort of thing. But it's just, you know, they seem to think, well, you can go upstairs now and just do it. No, you've got the room full of rubbish. I can't win. But yeah, so I don't know. It's just. I mean, I've even got something coming now. Now I'm going to have to pay to ship it back to Germany after I've done my review. Now, according to the agreement, it's probably going to turn up sometime early this coming week, possibly even tomorrow, Monday. Upon whereby I'll do an unboxing and make some good use of this thing, and then it will be going back late this month, very early New Year. So I've got to send it back to Germany, which is going to cost a few quid, like, but I didn't want to say no to this chance really. But what are you doing, Fred? Hey, you waiting around for some carrot? Yeah, well, I'm just going to put the chicken in a minute. Oh, what's up, my boy? What's up? Hey, what's up? Hey, who's that in there? Say hello. Say hello. Who's that up there? Who's this? Fred? What's that? Sorry, your scruff. So, he's gone off to get his toy now. But anyway, I'm going to get on, guys, and I'm not sure how well this is all going to go today. Like I say, I've now got a granddaughter here as well, which I've got to run her back at some point. I've just got a lot of bits and pieces on, and the vlogs are probably going to start getting a bit shorter, at least to get me through the Christmas period anyway, and then we'll sort things out again in the new year. But I mean, some of you prefer it that way anyway, some of you prefer something short. Ooh, right, that's all my prep done. What are we at now? 4 o'clock. Well, everything's all prepped up now. The wife's got a terrible cough, had it for quite some time now. Yeah, she gets cough mixture meds from the doctors for it, but it always takes some shifting on her. She gets it same sort of time every year. Could last another couple of weeks yet, quite easily. Terrible. It's on her, like, top of her chest and what have you. So, but yeah, we had the granddaughter last night, and I was looking after the grandson while they had this baby shower thing. And yeah, I mean, we've got our Christmas tree as well, actually. I'll tell you what, I'm going to show you it. That's it there, still in its net, and that was the cost. So yeah, that is a rather pricey, well actually it's a little bit cheaper than last year. Yeah, a little bit cheaper than last year, that, £35 I think. I'm sure we paid £45 last year. Although now I got a taller one last year, I just realised, because this year that one's going, because we've got a little one that's about to crawl, that one is going on a box this year, which is probably about 20 inches high, something like that. But the box wasn't there last year anyway, so, but yeah, so that's going to be interesting. It'll be a little bit easier to dress this year, it's smaller. Bit easier to put the lights around as well, because that's always my job, is I put the tree in the stand, I put the lights around it, make sure everything's working, slide it into position, because it's usually in like a corner, and I slide it into position, plug it all in, and then the wife and whoever, sometimes I help her finish, but the wife prefers to sort of like get somebody else to dress it. But then it's a case of like, just put that red one there, and you go put it there. No, I don't like it there. Just move it up there. Put a green one there. Does get my head in. I'd rather just sort of like, I want one of them that you get down and just you stand it up, and it automatically drops all its hours, and you plug it in and it lights up. That would be perfect. So yeah, it's all for the kids really, isn't it? I mean, that's what it is to me. It's just for the children. It's, you know, I wouldn't be bothered if I didn't get anything on the day, as long as the kids are happy. And you know, it's a lot of work, you know, especially when you think of all the cooking that's involved and stuff like that. But so anyway, yeah, I know Robert Cooper's just had a really rough sort of couple of weeks and what have you. I do hope things get better for you soon, buddy. You know, it's never easy losing a family member like that. So yeah, my wishes to you and your family to at least have a decent rest of the year, and hopefully 2017 brings us all something a little better than we've had this year, eh? I heard one of them. I can hear dogs trotting about. I'm not sure whether they're heading this way. Yeah, they are. Who's that?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Chair.
You what?
Chair. Where to sit?
Granddaughter. Ah, now I know what you wanted. She's at that mumbling age, you know. It's like a really fast mumble, and you just can't comprehend it. It's like, what did you just say? And you have to get them to slow down and speak up. Much like you have to with this camera. So I'm not sure how well I'm speaking up, but I've never been really good at sort of raising my voice up like that. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go off. I'm having a break while things sort of catch up a bit in here, and I'll probably end up putting some of this on the Mac now, so catch up in a bit, guys. So I've just been checking on the ISS spotter app on the iPad, and 5:38, that's in only about 20 minutes. The ISS goes by at about 54 degrees. It's supposed to be quite a reasonable sighting of it tonight, so I might just pop out and have a look at that. I'll try, don't think I'll be able to get it on camera. I like just watching such things as that, heavenly bodies going by. I'm just waiting for tea to finish now. I'll be lifting the chicken out shortly. Then of course I'm going to go and drop the granddaughter off, and I think pick the son up on the way back through or something like that. But yeah, she's staying for tea anyway. She's going to have some, she doesn't eat a veg. So it's she only eats mashed potato. So, but we'll see how that goes. Well, I can't really tell how this looks, guys, but I know I can sort of see myself. I'm using the front camera with the flash. I remember these ones have a flash on the front as well, which is actually a very handy thing to have. I mean, obviously when it's extremely dark like this, it's not quite so obviously it's not going to make a massive difference, so this is probably still going to look rather grainy when I upload it to YouTube. But hey, that's what my channels are based around, is, you know, modern technology really, and you know, using it every day, how it works as an everyday device and what have you. So anyway, I did go out and I went and watched the ISS go by. I did try and get it in frame, and I had to zoom in. I think I actually caught it at one point, but there's no footage that's really usable come out of it, which I wasn't really expecting it anyway, to be honest. From a mobile device, it's very difficult anyway. You know, it can be done, but I didn't get anything, so that won't be in anyway. But I did watch it go by. It's quite strange really, because when you watch that sort of thing and you think well, that looked extremely overhead, and when you look on the map it actually passed pretty much directly above London, which, you know, I'm quite a lot of miles away from London. You know, and it was sort of like, it looked like it was getting near to being overhead of me. But then of course, once you sort of figure it out in your head and realise actually how far away up it is in distance, then you begin to realise why it looked like it was almost overhead. It's because it relatively was. So you know, but no, it's things like that always, you know, I suppose it's something impressive, but obviously we've got a long way to go with such things. Make sure I slow right down here. It's a favourite little haunt of the police, this particular village. It's very rare you'll see anybody speed through this village. It can be policed even quite late at night sometimes. You'll just find a police car sitting in one of 2, maybe 3 places around this village, so you do have to be careful. It's I don't know why in particular. It's you know, I mean, alright, it's a fairly main sort of area, but why it's, I don't know, just seems strange. Robert Cooper will know the road actually, because obviously he literally comes just up here to deliver his coffee, actually to this roundabout just up here that I'm coming up to, because that's where the tea rooms are. So yeah, I've just dropped the granddaughter off anyway, and now I'm going to pick up the son in Driffields before I go home. People are probably thinking I'm extremely weird, and technically I'm actually breaking the law right now thinking about it, because I mean, alright, no police officer is going to do me on that alone, but technically I am showing a white light to the rear, which you are, because of course it's shining through my windows, which you are not allowed to do. All lights at the rear have to be red and orange, don't they? The only white light on the rear is shielded, and it reflects your number plate, and that's it. So I don't know whether that's similar sort of laws in the US and other countries around the world, but I know it is here. I did mention it to a police officer once. He said, yeah, he says, it's like when you ride with your internal lights on, you know, the wife puts it on to do her makeup or whatever. You know, and he said, well, technically, yes, you're right, it is breaking the law, but no copper worth his salt would do you on that alone. But then, of course, you know, they usually try and get you on something else instead, don't they? And then just throw that on the list and it'll get thrown out by the time it reaches court, sort of thing. It's one of those situations. I don't think it's bright enough to dazzle anybody. However, it is a rather bright light. If I were to stare at it long enough, it would. I'm sure it would make it so that I wouldn't be able to see very well after looking away, especially not in the dark. But yeah, I'm just. Work's been quiet this last week. Hopefully it's about to pick up. I know we have some stuff that's got to be ready for when the end of this week actually. It's all going to be down in Scunthorpe for Friday, I believe, and although a lot of it, I know they're not actually installing a lot of it until January. But they just said that they wanted it there on time so they could check through it all and make sure it was all present and correct, sort of thing. And in that way there is another week or best part of a week to get stuff to them if push comes to shove. But, yeah, it's been a quiet week. We've got a lot of stuff partially ready and what have you. It's a strange. It's one of those strange times of year. It used to be very quiet in our business, and then all of a sudden it became quite a busy-ish time of year. I think it was just sort of people making sure that everything was. They wanted to make sure that all their air conditioning and their chillers and all that sort of thing were up to date. But of course, what you got to remember is some of the filtration does go in refrigeration systems and stuff like that. So in that sense, you can understand it from the refrigeration point of view, because obviously the shops, all the big shops and stores will be hammering their refrigeration a lot more at the minute. Right, so I'm at the RAF camp now, guys. Well, the old RAF camp. It's a lot of prime land there that really could do with using commercially. It's a disgrace that it's sat there empty in my eyes. They could put a commercial park here and bring some trade back to the town. It used to be a real booming trade in the town, and it's not that impressive anymore, I don't think. It still has its days though. There was one day last week, I think. Was it last weekend? And it was horrendous. In fact, I went home. I think I mentioned it in the vlog actually. I went home and thought, oh, I'll just come back later. So this is the roundabout where I would normally go to work, and I'm just turning the other way into town right now. So I'm going to sign off here, guys. I can't see the timer on it, so I don't know how we're doing time-wise. But I will go and stick this on the end of what's already on the mat that I put on there at whilst eating my tea, my chicken dinner, which went down lovely. And I will see you guys next week. And I hope you all have a good following week. Enjoy the last of your weekend. And I'll see you next vlog, guys. So do take care of yourselves. See you guys.